What you guys think about the game? Because it wasn't really that entertaining until the end.
Yeah, let me go first because I don't speak much on college football. Did it save his job? I thought it was crazy that people were even questioning it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he has a horrible record. I understand, against Michigan, whatever it is, what it is, but this game, Ken, I do agree with you. It wasn't entertaining until the second half. It just seemed like Notre Dame was a little overwhelmed by the moment and by the level of competition that they were playing, and they had to get adjusted. That opening drive was good, but then after that, it just looked kind of like deer in the headlights. And then once they kind of got beat up, they fought back, but it was a little too late. You know what I'm saying? And by then, the horses was running wild. So, shout out to Ohio State, shout out to LeBron, shout out to everybody that was in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure y'all got lit, but it's cool.
The biggest thing I saw, my biggest takeaway from the game was how poorly Notre Dame defended on third downs.
Yep.
Those third downs was what killed them. Every time they had a chance to get off the field, Ohio State would make a play, or they were assisted by the refs, whichever way you want to look at it. Or penalty. We'll put it that way.
Did you feel like that?
I did a little bit, especially that one personal foul roughing the passer where he kind of. I mean, he could have said something to him like, "Hey, don't push him like that no more." But it wasn't enough for me for a penalty. It's football. Let them play, a little bit more than what they did. But still, nonetheless, they had chances to get out the field several times and gave up points in places where they should have got the offense back on the field. We already knew that Notre Dame was limited offensively. Leonard is a good runner, but the passing game is not there. But they control the ball with the running. They didn't run Love at all for some reason. So they didn't play to their strength at all in the first half, and that comeback was just a little too late.
I think Ryan Day saved his job earlier in the playoffs. You lose to Michigan, and then since then they've been playing lights out football. They blew out the first round opponent. They blew out Oregon. Got a nice win to get to the championship game. So yeah, he saved his job before this game. And I do think since he was able to win a national championship, the conversation about if he doesn't beat Michigan, he's going to lose his job will lessen next year. It's not going to be a thing that you hear. Even if they do lose to Michigan again, yes, people will be mad, but there's also now a new precedent as to, we lost to Michigan, so what? We went and won the national title, because they're always going to have a good team. They're always going to have a stacked roster in the sense of they pay NIL. They'll find a good fifth-year quarterback every year out of the portal. And Ohio State's a good enough program to start to overcome this, you can't beat Michigan thing. Ryan Day can't keep losing to him, but if he loses again next year, I don't think this conversation will be as loud as it has been, because they did win a national title. He got kind of he on vacation for like 2 years with that.
Well, you get props too, because you called it. Didn't you say it wasn't that your pick Ohio State all year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I picked them all year.
He did, and then he switched up and went with Texas.
I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say, Shelton, don't give him props for that. No. That's like saying the Chiefs gonna win the title the last 6-7 years. Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm glad I'm on. This is the time I'm glad I'm on the program.
Glad you got that
dude.
Yeah.
I'm the only Ohio resident here. FIFA goofy ass had to leave. He was ready. I was gonna cuss his ass out talking about some. It don't mean nothing. Bro, Ohio State, Michigan is like Lakers, Celtics, Ravens, Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Martin and Pam. They going. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle. They going at it. It means a lot. Don't nobody. First of all, most of y'all said a lot of shit about Ohio State as a program and not fucking Ryan Day. Because we've seen hella coaches coach at Ohio State and have winning records. And only a few of them really get looked at as legendary status because the program is just that strong. You probably gonna get talked about in legendary status anyway, just off the strength. So Ryan Day as a head coach, yeah, his record looked fine, but I look at this is me now talking because I ain't got to be Mount Man no more. I look at that shit like Steve Kerr. Nigga, you got into a Ferrari and now you acting like you was fast before. No, you wasn't, nigga. It's because of the Ferrari.
I still know how to drive a Ferrari.
Everybody no, you don't because every time you drive it through Michigan, what happened? You get fucked up.
That's that don't matter.
You gotta change them gears, man.
Hold on.
They got a ring.
I'll let you talk.
They got a ring.
I let you talk, Lou. Because what separates a good coach from a great coach, Ken? When you need to win them games, you win them games still. That's the reason why Andy Reid had to get the fuck up out of Philadelphia, because he wasn't winning them games until he won them games. He was a good coach in Philly. He's a great coach now in Kansas City.
He got booted.
Either way, Ryan Day was about to get booted. I told you going into this whole thing, I was like, bro, I was picking hella other teams because I didn't have faith in two people, Ryan Day and Will Howard. And both of them had to go on a legendary run, like Lou just said, to change anybody. We don't even have our mind changed. We all expected this to happen. If they would have lost this national title again, fire his ass. I don't give a fuck if he got them there. Hell no, because they paying them kids. That's an NFL roster they paying. They never got a salary cap, Sheldon.
They won the title. And they won. You're talking as if they lost. They won the title. What else you want them to do?
I don't clap for fish that swim. Ain't that what Q ain't you said that last week? You know what I'm saying? You see the fucking roster. You see the wide receivers. You see the running backs. You see the linebackers. You see the D line.
And they won. I don't understand why you going like they won.
It's expected because anytime they lose, we have a conversation because we expect them to win. Losing to Michigan is embarrassing. Losing the way they did in Oregon was embarrassing.
How is it embarrassing when Michigan is one of the top programs in the nation?
Michigan was the national champion.
The year
they
before.
won the national championship last year.
It's not embarrassing.
National champion.
Can I ask you just something, Lou or FIFO? Did they look like national championships this season at all? Did they look like they was defending the title at all?
You can't take it. They still the fact remains they were still the national champion.
This is why y'all just talking the talk right now because y'all don't understand the rivalry between Ohio State and Michigan. It's not just about that. Again, my overarching thing was Ryan Day saved his fucking job by winning that title. Because his ass should have been up out of there if he would have lost. Because not only would he have lost the national championship title when you're the favorite, you would have also lost to Michigan for how many years in a row now, Ken? 4, 5?
4.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
With a stack roster. Again, y'all talked about the program all that time when y'all was trying to clap it up for Ryan Day. The program itself had a winning record against Michigan before that nigga.
You're not better than Harbaugh. That's what it came down to. Let's be honest.
He
right?
lost
more.
Harbaugh wasn't there this year, FIFO.
Well, no. I know not this year, but you said that he lost to him 4 times in a row. So them other 3 was against Harbaugh.
But the thing is, when he lost to Shameik Moore, that was it. That was
enough for you.
Y'all don't know how Columbus, Ohio is. Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati, Cleveland, the major cities, they're a little bit progressive, But most of Ohio is a red state. I ain't gonna hold you. So when they see Ryan Day with that roster losing to a nigga, they like get his ass up out of there.
That's why I think this is crazy what you're saying. Y'all expect Ohio people are expecting the whole nation to think how they nigga, we don't give a fuck about y'all game. Like that's essentially what the world is saying. Like, yeah, it's a big game between Ohio State and Michigan, but essentially Ohio State won the title. Everybody else outside of Ohio would look at Ohio State as insane for firing Ryan Day. It wouldn't even be a question. Like even like you can take another rivalry game with Auburn and Alabama. Let's say Alabama did lose to Auburn 4 straight years. If they won a national title and that Alabama wouldn't give a fuck. This is Ohio thing. You're right.
No. This is a winning thing. And first of all, it's insane for you to come up with me with that argument when you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, where every year y'all gas up y'all team and y'all gas up a lot of shit and expect every fucking day of the week. I gotta turn first take off the first 15-30 minutes because they talking about Cowboy shit when they ain't even nowhere near the fucking playoffs. So get the fuck up out of here with all that shit. No, Ohio State, Michigan is a rivalry the country watches. That's why it's prime time Fox. It's prime. Everybody turn their TVs on, nigga.
You think that's the biggest? Is that the biggest rivalry
in college football? It's top. To me. It's a top 5 rivalry all in sports, but it's in college football. It's the biggest rivalry. It's the only one.
I think that's what you think of when you think rivalry. You think Celtics, Lakers, Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, because I was going to say, in college football, what's a bigger rivalry than that?
Auburn, Alabama.
No, it's not
bigger.
Yeah.
Lou, you too loyal to the South.
Y'all ain't no real down South.
You gas up.
Auburn, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, and Florida.
Texas,
Georgia.
Oklahoma is big, but I still think Ohio State, Michigan is bigger.
I think that's going to be the biggest. Well, Lou, I will still give you your credit because you said that they were going to win it all. I don't know why you switched to Texas when you did. I don't know what we were talking about, but nevertheless, and the reason why I remember that conversation is because I remember looking at you crazy because of just what Nick said, Will Howard and Ryan Day. And I don't know what Will Howard was smoking, what type of rap music he was listening to, but that's not the same guy that we saw in the regular season. So to go for 15 for 15? And then, you're up against a weaker opponent in Notre Dame anyway. So, they were supposed to do what they did and dominate. With Marcus Freeman, he probably should have started cussing instead of preaching in the locker room at halftime because that those speeches were not working, bro. So
we gonna get to somebody else and their speeches later on. This show.
And look, hey, when I was watching the halftime interview, it looked like he wanted to start cussing. He had to catch himself. Remember, he was on TV, but yeah, man. But they did it. They won it all, and I think next year we're definitely looking at what's going on with Texas with Arch Manning, and can they repeat? But nevertheless, it was a game. That was
Quick
it.
question.
So,
before we get off of it, do y'all think that another team will offer what's his number 4 name? Ohio State, the receiver, the freshman.
Oh, Jeremiah Smith.
You think he would leave if another team offer him more money?
I doubt it. There's no need to. I mean, he's in a position where he's going to get drafted as high as he can get drafted. Leaving, you just got to learn a new system. The next system he learns should be an NFL system.
And Ohio State right now got the best wide receiver development program. So at least making that transition from I know Q, you looking at me about LSU. No, we already did this. We already went through the names. We already went through the names the last 10 years. It's Ohio State.
LSU.
Okay.
LSU.
And
hey, look, Jamar Chase
I love
LSU, Alabama.
I love Jamar Jefferson, but
Jamar Jefferson make it. Them two alone. Them top 2 receivers in the game.
Jamar, Odell, like come on.
Are they in the playoffs? Because I could have sworn there's one. Lou, I could have sworn there's one more playoff Ohio State wide receiver in the playoffs right now, and his name is Scary Terry. You know what I'm saying? And he just needed a quarterback. And he balling right now.
Is Scary Terry better than Jamar Chase? Yes or no, Nick?
No, I was talking about
there you go.
No, wait. Is Scary Terry better than Justin Jefferson?
No.
Does he have the accolades that either one has?
The rest of the wide receivers you about to mention is coming from Ohio State.
I mean, I can argue Alabama.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
Alabama's up there too.
They just started producing receivers.
Ohio, so did LSU. Ohio State for decades has been. You could draft a wide receiver, I'll say, and you more likely can get a top 20 or a top 10 wide receiver on your team. Let's not play around with this shit.
I think that every scout looks at LSU as wide receiver university.
They saying you just saying that now.
I think if you name the top 3,
you sound like somebody just watching college football in the last 8 years.
Just name the top 3 from each team. Yeah, in the last 20 years, name the top 3 from each team. Last 15 years, we're gonna say.
Bro, like Odell was amazing. Like he has one of the greatest catches ever. He had a really high peak and he had a good prime.
Who are the? My bad. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Who the top ones from Ohio State? Besides Scary Terry.
Jackson Smith and Jigma.
I gotta go through the list.
That's number 2?
Right.
Oh, it ain't even close then.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison.
It's LSU.
Yeah.
You're talking about a bunch of
Marvin
older
Harrison,
guys.
going back 30 years ago, though.
Chris
If
Carter.
you're talking about recently,
Joey Galloway.
you have to say LSU.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm talking about as a program. Y'all just talking about the highs and lows.
Julio
I'm talking about
Jones.
as a program.
Look.
Julio Jones, Devontae Smith,
Look, I pulled it up for LSU. I'll look at the other ones. Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas. Damn, I thought it was. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. This list, it's like
The
all
list
of them.
is short, bro. Once you get
No.
Once you get
Jamar
2010s, once you go back to that, Lou, it's all Ohio State. We talk about Chris
Justin
Carter.
Jefferson.
What we talking about, nigga? We got legends over here. You over here talking
40,
about
it's like 40
these
years
niggas,
ago.
this nigga talking about Devontae Smith. He ain't even the best receiver on his fucking team.
I mean, he could be.
Oh, okay.
OBJ, Jarvis Landry.
I could be a faithful nigga too, Q. Guess what?
I mean, Devontae, he won a Heisman, Amari Cooper, like Calvin Ridley. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jeudy had a really good year. Julio Jones.
Hey, looking at this LSU list, it's very top heavy, and then it's like mediocre. It's like the good
We
are
did
like
this in the chat
generational.
already. I'm telling you, we did this in
And
the chat,
then-
and we went through the list, bro. Ohio State it produces the best wide throughout the generations. They produce the best wide receivers. Yeah, LSU hitting right now. Alabama hit a few years ago too. But if you look at it for the last 30 years, you're looking at hello Ohio State wide receivers, and some of them still blossoming now because they finally got a fucking quarterback.
But who are the like the three best Ohio State wide receivers in the league right now?
You about to see
Right now
you
it's
see one
LSU.
right.
I mean, like right now though, like the one who's actively in the league. Are there any? Or
McLaren the best.
I was gonna say Marvin Harrison. We got to see what he look like next season.
like
Forgot about
I mean, I
Michael
think
Thomas.
He's top 4 wide. He was a top 4 drafted.
LSU was clearing that, bro. And plus, Henry Ruggs would have something to say if he wasn't stupid. So I mean, for Alabama.
Well,
Chris Olave, that's who I forgot about. Ohio State.
Gary Wilson.
You naming a lot of really cool wide receivers. Like
I'm not comparing. Again, I'm not in the argument of saying they are the best wide receivers right now. I'm saying as a program, Ohio State produces the best wide receivers.
To me, I look at it like
historically, I agree.
Historically, to me, I look at it like you're going to a restaurant that serves really solid meals versus like you can only afford a couple meals from this other great restaurant. And it's like they give you the most banging shit.
No.
Like, bro, Odell changed the game on how wide receivers run routes. You have Justin Jefferson is inspiring.
Chris Carter did that before.
No,
Chris Carter did that before.
Though.
He did before him.
Don't do that. These young kids love Odell. Justin Jefferson is the new generation's Odell. And then you got, Neighbors, all these guys, like they've changed the game. He's like John Morant for wide receivers. Like,
Odell isn't known for his routes. He's known for him having hands. Gotcha. That's what I'm talking about. Chris Carter is the better was the revolution of that before him. What are you talking about?
OBJ, bro. It was the catch.
It was the catch. It wasn't no route.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Y'all are being too semantic-y. The way that young wide receivers come into the league, Odell's route running changed how they prepare to run routes. Yeah, the hand and the catch was like the iconic moment. That's the iconography part. That's the branding part. This amazing catch. But dude, Odell's wiggle and how he got in and out of breaks, that is what young kids were looking at for a good like 5-6 years. And now Justin Jefferson is that prototype for them. So if we're talking about the more impactful receivers, like LSU is giving you diamonds, whereas like Ohio State is giving you really good